Hello and welcome to Treasurefacts. Today I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I'm going to combine both art and metal detecting all in the same program. I like the idea that it's wrought iron, but it's not good for him. You might ask, well, what does a metal detector have to do with art? I'm going to take you over to a friend that is cutting slab woods. The slab woods are either black walnut, butternut, anything that's hardwood. He cuts 53 inches wide up to 8, 10, 12, and even 14 foot in length. These are solid slabs, 4 inches thick. Often these are used to build tables. This is a very long saw blade, so when he has to sharpen it, it takes him, what, an average of how long?
About 10 minutes a blade.
About 10 minutes a blade, so it's time consuming. So if you hit a nail or a horseshoe or anything that's inside the tree, it'll do some effective damage to the blade. Right now he's stringing it up, and before long he'll be cutting slabs. Okay, this is where we combine art and metal detecting. We have the MX5 metal detector that I choose to use today. We're just going to run the coil over the slab. I'm going to power up, and I'm going to go into all metal. It's set in all metal. And we're just going to run over it real quick. It's clean. Nothing inside of it. So he can actually go and cut this and know that he won't hit anything. Often he don't have a choice. He has to cut through it, but it's kind of nice to have a forewarning before you start cutting. I believe he's going to fire it up. This is butternut, folks. A real pretty green, and these will be used in potato. How long?
It's a little over 8 feet long.
A little over 8 feet long.
38 inches wide, isn't it?
38 to one end. 21. 29, I'm sorry. I just wanted to show you sometimes a metal detector can come in handy for things other than just being out in the field or in the woods. It's nice to know when you're cutting into a slab, especially at 4 inches thick, that there's nothing inside the wood that'll cause damage to the blade. You can prepare for it and get ready. Make sure that when you get to that point, you can stop and actually come in from the other direction. This is the addition to the video that I shot earlier this summer with the sawmill, and we were talking about wood and metal getting mixed in with it. What you see here is a hand forged, what looks like, is that iron? And then what we got is a brass, it looks like a, possibly a kettle. So this is interesting. This is a huge tree that he's cutting into a slab. And we were talking about the value of metal detectors and how that would help save a blade. Okay, to point out what he was doing, this blade was cutting through the tree, and here would be the blade that he's trying to protect, and he came through here. And if you see this here, he already started cutting into the steel. So that's the value of a metal detector. Still a nice piece, man. What's that, 5 feet by... about 4 feet wide in the top end. Center, it's about 42.
57.
Nice size piece. That would make a nice table. And just to show what happened, he lost the other side of this log, or slab I should say, because of this piece of hardware. There's not much he can do about the piece being in there, but he can definitely save on this blade from getting destroyed by a piece of steel. So that had been hanging on the tree for quite some time. So he would have had to have sawn down about 14 to 15, possibly even 16 inches into that log before he hit that hardware. I like the idea that it's wrought iron, but it's not good for him. And now I'll show you what a finished product looks like. This is a table that was built. It's 36 inches wide average and up. It's 2 inches thick, and it's got a live edge on it. It's a beautiful table. I'll show you some of the detail. There's a nice swirl in here. Right in through there. On an end note, I'd like to let you know that Lino told me he can cut up to 68 inches in width. I originally told you he can cut up to 52 to 53 inches. So that's even more of an impressive table yet. He told me that sharpening the blade has to be precise. That's the tool he was using. If he gets it too hot, it'll lose its temper, and all the angles have to be exactly right in order to get the right feed through that wood. So thanks for watching, and subscribe. We'll see what else we can come up with that's interesting and fun to watch. Thank you. I started metal detecting when I was 17 years old. I like old things. I like to find things that are hidden, things you can't see.
Call for your metal detector catalog today. It's fun for you, your family, and your friends.
I get to be out with the guys and my sons. It's fun to see the gleam in their eye when they've got a coin and you know they're satisfied with what they found.
Call for your free catalog from White's Electronics and get 25 tips to help you find more.
I think anyone can turn it on and go. It's a hobby that I really appreciate, and I hope I grow old using a detector.